Hey there, welcome to the Throwback Lounge. This is Draker, and with me is Jose, of course. And we're here to talk about anything that is quite embarrassing that's happened in our lives, or people that we know as well, because in our lives, the embarrassment gene has been taken out of our body. It's whisked away for your enjoyment. And as well as that, a bit about wrestling, because we're both professional wrestlers, and just some weird, wacky stories out there in the world. Let's get to it.
So, did you have anything embarrassing you wanted to open up with?
Well, it's a little embarrassing, but I want to admonish a sin at the same time here. So, I've rediscovered the local library, and
Right.
I thought, you know what, I've been able to access books that I need for study, because I'm studying social work on the side. So I never thought I'd be doing that at this age, but I am actually enjoying it. Thing is, I bring my book with me everywhere. Literally, because of the stuff I need to read, there's so much to read, and I'm a slow reader. So I'm like reading through this stuff on the toilet, on the couch, and on the bed, at work, you name it. I've got my bag that I bring into work, and I've got it in there, and there was a time that one of these food items that I had in there managed to leak a little bit. There was a sort of a tomatoey juice, and it sort of leaked in my bag and got onto various things, including this book. And I was like, oh no, this is a library book. This isn't, I don't own this or anything. So, I'll obviously do my best to sort of wipe it down and all that sort of thing. It's clearly stained on several pages and that. And I've returned it, and they are none the wiser. So, just wanted to get it out there and admonish that sin. A bit of embarrassment there, that sort of tomatoey substance that's leaked on the books, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. So, yeah.
When I was a younger man, I was hanging out with my old man, and I had a piece of he gave me some chocolate, and I had some on my lip, down on my chin, and it was there for 2 hours, and he didn't say anything. He just kept talking to me while the chocolate on my face, didn't even tell me to clean it. And then I left the house, and he went, and then I got in the car, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And it wasn't like a small piece of chocolate. It was all the way down there.
Yeah.
He didn't even say, he just thought it was funny to let me leave the house looking like that.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Just wanted to
he
embarrass
liked
you.
that. He's the sort of guy who used to wake me up for school. He would get a water spray bottle and just spray my face with water. That's how he'd wake me up for school. He would just walk in and go kss, 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 and just spray your face. Or what he would do is, if my parents would leave the house and I'd be sleeping, he would set the alarm on the house, so then I would wake up and the alarm would just go off. And I'd be walking down the hall, you're tired, then you'd be like, fuck, where's the fucking keypad? He used to love doing that stuff. Yeah.
Thankfully, I didn't get that. Although I had a dog that would come, and it was quite cute as well. If I had an alarm or something, he'd run up, and you'd just my bed was too high for him because the dog was just small, and you would just jump and go, try and sort of hit the side of my bed and let me know we're going to go somewhere, and I've got to go to school, I guess. So yeah. No, interesting. Look, you know me, weird food,
Yeah.
weird drink.
What do you got this time?
What do I got? For those that haven't heard, I like to try a lot of different weird foods out there. You name it. The only things I don't like is Brussels sprouts and mushrooms. Used to be a very fussy little boy. Not anymore, but and I want to try different things out because it's a weird, wacky world out there. So I did come across something else.
Okay, what do you have?
This here is a chocolate fish.
Oh, my God.
So actually, don't be put off so much by it. Or it is not exactly as it's described.
Oh, so it's not going to be that bad
Thankfully,
then.
it's not. Thankfully, it's not fish with chocolate together, because I don't know. I just can't think of a worse combination. That's it just doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. So basically, this is only chocolate-covered marshmallows. So that's all it actually is. So
it's gonna be
theoretically,
fine.
yeah, we should be fine. I mean, it
much.
does look like a floppy fish, as you can see here. Yeah, there you go.
Right in the
that
face,
fish
yep.
There you go. So you can have a bit of that. Yeah, there you go. Done. Yeah. All good, guys. All good. No problems whatsoever. So sometimes I'm going to put you off with this food choices.
Yeah.
I don't know, do they think, the marketing department, do they go, you know what, if we call it chocolate fish, we're going to get a lot of sales here?
Well, they have ice cream that's a chicken wing flavored ice cream, which is weird.
Chicken wing.
Chicken wing flavored ice cream.
I mean, it's like you can't wait for dessert. So you have... No. You skip the... No, you can't wait for dessert. You know, I'm right on this. You can't wait for dessert. You skip the main meal and you jump right to it.
Well, they do. Well, America and Canada do.
Right.
Chocolate fish is very popular in New Zealand, is what our audio engineer Will's telling us. Interesting. I didn't know that. Is it the same thing? Same thing. Oh. I mean, yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I, for some reason, thought it was actually going to be like disgusting fish mixed in with chocolate, which would be awful.
Right. I mean, I'm a big marshmallow fan. I love toasting the marshmallows on the campfire.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
What's wrong with that?
No, the chocolate fish thing. I'm still stuck on the chocolate fish thing. That's.
Oh look, we've still got some bacon soda from last.
No,
summer.
I definitely don't want any of.
Bacon soda, yeah.
That's just
that
was
worst
weird.
drink. If you want to know more about that bacon soda, last episode, wowee, that was absolutely nuts.
But the Americans do like mixing sweet with savoury.
Yeah.
They do that a lot. They
Well,
do their
what about in Canada?
Bacon maple syrup sundae
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Which
Absolutely amazing.
I don't know. I can't really get around that. But I'm starting to see more of that stuff here. You know, deep fried Oreos and stuff like that. They're starting to do a lot more of that stuff here.
Deep fried Mars bar. Have you ever tried that?
No.
Yeah, that's just a heart attack waiting to happen. You know, like I had a couple of bites. I'm like, this concept's cool. Don't get me wrong, but wowee, the amount of oil, the amount of fat coming from it's just clogging your arteries. You're like, I'm going to eat this knowing that I'm going to clog these arteries.
I'm going to be dead by the end of the meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made fun of that on The Simpsons when Homer gets that takeaway meal and they just dip the entire tray into beer batter and just the whole tray even gets cooked in the beer batter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty bad. But I thought the Presley was going to be a heart attack waiting to happen when you had that Presley burger.
Oh yeah. So at Varsity Burger, for those that haven't tried it, the Presley burger, my favorite burger. Inspired by Elvis Presley himself, he loved to have like a beef patty with banana, jelly, or jam, if we want to call it, and peanut butter. And you think, what the heck kind of combination is that? It tastes really good. But really oily as well. You don't want to sort of really eat it standing up. You want to lean on something because there is some drippage happening. So, and quite substantial meals there. It was quite nice.
Have you seen some of those like competitive eating competitions?
Yes.
Where they did one that was like I know they do like how many loaves of bread can you eat in half an hour?
Yeah.
And I think the record, maybe if audio engineer can look that up or something, but there was a record I think of who could eat the most amount of loaves of bread ever.
Oh.
And I think it was some stupidly high number, but they do all sorts of stuff like that. And the guys just slam through the food so fast. I'll never forget. We went to, I don't think you were there, but me and the guys went to Outback Jack's, which I don't know if it's still a thing now or not, but we went there and they had a meal which was a kilo of steak, a solid 1 kilo of steak with 500 grams of potato wedges and 250 grams of vegetables. And if you could eat it in under half an hour, then you didn't pay for your food. And we had Jay with us, Jay Taylor, who's a friend of ours, who we used to call him Subway Jared because he was really overweight and then ate a bunch of Subway food and then lost a lot of weight and became quite lean, but his nickname remained Subway Jared.
And it's not a nickname you'd want to be proud of right now.
Well, not
anyway,
now because he's a sex offender, but but not our Jared is not the sex offender, but
he's not.
we went there and Jared cleaned up the kilo of steak and the wedges in 10 minutes.
Wow.
10 minutes, it looked completely fine. I took an hour and a half and I still didn't finish it. I had to keep stopping.
Wow. We got some world records.
Bread world records. What do we got here? Most bread loaves squeezed in 1 minute. Fastest time to make a bread.
Slowest time to eat a piece of bread?
What the fuck?
19 minutes. Okay, yeah. So you can have that record. And what a waste of time there. Most people eating breadsticks at once. We're looking at 17. Oh, God, some of these records I feel like we can break. That makes me think.
Like, could we try a world record? That would be kind of cool if we could try something.
Actually, audio engineer, please, can you look up Wheat Bix in regards to this? World records for eating Wheat Bix. Because believe it or not, I actually tried this world record once.
Jerry Butler from South Australia holds the current title, downing 40 back, 40 Weet-Bixes.
40 Weet-Bix. Now, eating one without anything in a quick time is actually quite
How long
hard.
did he? What was the time? Did we know the time he did it in?
Not too sure on that one, but for me, okay, so he's got a break in 32 minutes. So less than 32 minutes, he ate 40.
That really doesn't seem that hard.
Has he got any drinks or anything with that? Probably not. That's okay. Anyway, so just going back to it, like I had this world record segment on the show, on my radio show, and the idea was to eat one Weet-Bix without any help of the water, milk, you name it.
Oh, so raw, so
Raw.
dry Weet-Bix.
Believe it or not, it is very hard to sort of down that, and I didn't break the record at all.
40 in 30 minutes.
No, just one.
Right.
So yes, there you go. Fastest time to eat a dry Weet-Bix. So
This is
current
just
record, what's this guy's got? So the current record is 57.72 seconds. Yeah, it took me about 3 minutes, I think.
Why is
So-
it that hard? It's just like,
It's
I
'cause
don't
of
understand.
the way that it is. It sort of builds up in your system and it's using your saliva and that.
Here we go. Warning. Speed eating can be extremely dangerous. Please do not attempt this record unless you are above the age of 18 or trained as a professional speed eater. So how the hell does that work?
Yeah.
We will not accept submissions from this category from minors.
That's right.
So we're going to have to get a speed eating coach and see what we can do here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing him eat it now. He's got a lot of energy. Like he's got a lot of mouth movement. Really opening his mouth to maybe get air in, maybe just to really chow it down. He's got to get the little dregs of it. So he's sitting on 37 seconds, but it's still, you know what I mean? Like normally, you'd be done by
57.
now, but it's still hard to sort of digest this thing because the wheat builds up in your system, uses up all your saliva.
So 57 seconds was the max, and he's got 51, 52, 53,
So he's
54.
not done yet. So he's done.
57 seconds, so
It
you
was
got the
57,
record.
Yeah.
Wow,
There
okay.
you go.
I don't know, I feel like you could beat that.
All right, next time we'll do it. And if you've got a world record that's doable in studio, feel free to message us on the Facebook page, YouTube, any of our socials at the Throwback Lounge. Okay, weird laws.
Yeah, so we've got a weird law coming up. So this one comes from Greece. So this one was not too long ago, 2017. You can't wear high heels at ancient sites in Greece anymore, apparently. It's most likely to do, I think, with the structural integrity of the floor, maybe in those areas. Yeah, but you can't wear them around any famous monuments anymore.
Well, that's a shame. That counts me out.
And it
guess
is
I
from
won't wear them.
the article's from 2017, but it looks like a law was put in place in 2019. So
I don't know about you, but I'm walking around those areas and I'm thinking, there's going to be sort of, rough edges and, lots of stairs to climb and all that sort of thing. And if I was someone that is of a likes to wear high heels, I would avoid wearing high heels for that situation.
I think so.
My fiance would be like, no, hell no, I'm going to wear flats. So look, I think it's a very justifiable rule and law in place to preserve the history, preserve the future. You don't need to. You can still look great in some nice hiking boots, hiking shoes, as such.
well, this is a lot better than the Indonesian rule, which came in about no premarital sex in Bali. This is a lot better than that rule.
Yeah,
This is
one
not
you
gonna
can
affect tourism.
understand, like go hard or go home for Bali. No hard at all.
Well, I actually, in the other episode, we were talking about older women. I was dating this older woman for a while, and she actually worked in Dubai, and she was telling me about I didn't realize that the religious tolerance squad was really I didn't realize that they were so intense. Obviously, I do now with what's happened recently with that woman, but the lady I was seeing at the time I think she was a sales rep for an airline, and they were trying to come up with a line to go through Dubai, and she went into the board meeting, and none of the men wanted to speak to her because she was a female. So when she stood up to do her presentation, her boss was back in Australia and he was on the Skype call at the time, I guess you could call it, and all of the men just turned away from her.
Oh, wow.
Just turned their backs to her. And that's pretty messed up. And he basically, he saw it happen and then he said, stop talking. He said, and then he addressed the man they were trying to talk to. And he said, what's going on? Why have you guys turned your back to Natalie? And they said that they didn't want to deal with her because she was a woman. And he said, well, you know what? He said, she's the best I've got. And she is the best in her job. So if you don't want to talk to her, then we don't want your business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great backing.
So
Love
he
it.
cancelled he said, you can come home. We're not dealing with people that treat women that way.
Awesome.
So he cancelled the business deal, said, see you later.
And look,
which I thought was pretty cool.
I mean, some might think that's just a little moment, but these things, they all add up, and eventually they'll start to realize they need to adjust this attitude of disrespect. I know it's a little bit of a political, little controversy or whatever, but this is equality in the end. This is just plain simple equality. What's the problem with someone that's, it doesn't matter which sex, race, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true. She actually told me that she was driving down the street. Two things she saw. She was driving down the street and she was wearing she had to wear a veil.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a top and the wind blew and her top kind of went up a little bit and exposed like a little bit of her chest, just her cleavage, I think. And in that 1 second, the religious tolerance squad, one of them came over with a stick and smashed her car and told her to cover her chest up. Just in that 1 second, they happened to see that happen. She also said she saw a woman get punched in the face in the supermarket.
Ridiculous.
Pretty messed up. But different laws, different countries,
Yeah. I mean, you see the progress that's been made. Like, say, we do wrestling, WWE, going over to sort of those areas and seeing the fact that the women are allowed to wrestle there. They still have to cover up, and have layers on top of layers just to sort of make sure no skin gets exposed or whatever. But the fact is, they're empowering a lot of young women over there and showing a good message, which is great. And I believe some laws behind women being able to drive over there now, which is awesome. So a lot of progression's been made. Are they completely there yet? No, but it's good to see that change is happening for the better.
But with wrestling, you can't even have intergender tag matches really now. You can't really. I don't know if they still even really do them.
They do. More, it's a case of women against the woman and guys against the guys.
Well, it's not the other way. Yeah, they don't have male versus female wrestling matches anymore, really.
Not so much in the independent scene
because it becomes a man beating a woman.
Well, yeah, and that's not the message you want to put across. But what we're in that level of it's about talking about women empowerment and stuff, and they're they're allowing those matches on the independent scene at the very least, provided it's done in the right context, I think. And I had this one match where it was a tag team match. It was me and this other guy taking on a guy and this girl was part of this group, and she said, "Oh, you could do your punch combo and stuff." And I said, "Look, I don't feel that comfortable about it." And she's like, "You know what? I get where you're this is her words. I get where you're coming from because you don't want to sort of give across a message of a guy beating a woman up." But she's like, "But I'm looking for from an equality standpoint." She's like, "All right, I'll tell you what. How about I punch you first, and then in the context you do your showman punches." So we did that. And it worked out fine. So she was playing the bad guy, I was playing the good guy, and then I did my showman-esque punches and stuff, and it worked out fine. But I kind of learned a lesson there, but also at the same time I realised that we're still progressing in terms of that viewpoint. And I feel I had my right reasons to sort of put across, but it was great to hear it from her perspective being a woman.
Yeah.
Pretty simply put.
Yeah, so. No, I think that's fair. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I had anything to do with a female in wrestling. In terms of a wrestling match, oh my God, it would have had to been pre-2010.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't do much. I've had a female manager before in wrestling and stuff like that, but I've never had I think the last time I even had anything to do with actually wrestling a woman would have been pre-2010.
Actually, come to think of it, there was a lady I took on. Her name's Lena Cross.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a match against her.
You did. I remember that.
She's either the same height or slightly taller than me, and by all accounts, we just treated it like, and as you should, treat it like we're equals because she's I'd say she's stronger than me and everything.
She's pretty
like
good,
that.
yeah.
She's, you know.
Quite tall.
Anyway, we just wrestled as two equals, and that's how it should be. And it was great. It was a great match. She beat me this weird submission thing. She bent me like a pretzel. It was great fun. Absolutely great fun. And she's doing some great things as well.
Well, she is. So she seems like she's just started in Japan,
USA,
I think.
Japan.
She just started Japan a couple of weeks ago, I think. But but the fans always love seeing a guy get smacked around by a girl. And if it's in a comical way, they like seeing it. Yeah,
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that last match we had with that slap, the push or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny. So just to give context about one of our, I think it's our best tag team match, which happened about a month or so ago, and it was in a bar, and I love that. I love the bar atmosphere over in Fremantle, the Beaconsfield. Feel free to check that out. Not a bad place there, but. The funny thing is, I'm just going to create a whole picture for you. So we get there, we see that the ring is like right in the midst of the bar and everything like that. And then we go to find our backstage area and it's pretty much all cluttered everywhere. So to the point where you got to change in the car park. And the car park is next to a drive-through for, a bottle shop.
Yeah.
So people driving through would be like, what the hell are those people there in undies and sparkly attire walking around, which would be me. But, it was quite cool. Anyway, the plan for the match, our tag team opponents, they had a valet.
Yeah.
And the last thing to start the match, because we're playing bad guys, I sort of goaded her into getting one of her tag partners distracted. You took him out, smashed him against a pole, and then we just attacked one wrestler and isolated him to try and give ourselves a greater chance of winning. Anyway, the fans clearly remembered that, and towards the end of the match, we go to hit our tag team finish, so you lift up the guy as such, in a bear hug position. I run off the ropes to run and then give him, sort of a hair pull down thing. But before I got to the ropes and this girl has sort of tugged up my leg. I've turned around. She gets up on the apron. The crowd's already gone crazy. She hasn't done anything yet. She just sort of grabbed my leg for a second, but they're like going, woo, woo. And then eventually she slaps me. And then they go even, bigger. I'm like, woo. So it was just quite amazing to think that just something that they remembered and something so small can mean so much in the grand scheme of things. And that's why, we're big on story. We're big on story in wrestling. We're big on creating those moments and creating that, simple story would be these guys were cheeky. They goaded this lady, and the guys are thinking, what are they doing? They're being a bully here. Oh, I've taken one guy out. They remember that, and she's got her revenge on us, and blah blah. They won. So
yeah,
one of the greatest matches and one of our greatest stories I felt like we've put on in the wrestling ring.
Yeah. I do think that, look, we don't talk about wrestling a lot in this podcast, but to kind of, I guess, cut it shorter, but one of the things, like you said, I think storytelling is paramount in wrestling, and, I think, but it is moving into a direction, unfortunately, the industry where people want fast-paced, they want more action. Yeah. But, having said that, I do think that there still is a strong place for storytelling, and I think now, even though the industry and the match is moving in a way where people want more fast-paced action, having said that, a storytelling match stands out now.
Absolutely.
Because it's not done as much as it was back in the 90s or the 80s, So you might have one of the last shows I saw in Toronto, I think, was A1 Wrestling, and that was it was one of the most ridiculously booked cards I've ever seen in my life. The opener was a 6-man tag match. They had 2 6-man tag matches on the card. They had 2 other tag matches. They had 1 character match, which was really good. And the rest were just flippy spot monkey type matches. But the crowd loved it because that's what the crowd was trained to like.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it was a guy's retirement match who didn't retire. And now he's actually the champion at TNA. It's Josh from TNA. He's the TNA champ. I think he still is now. It was his retirement match back in 2016 because he had a neck injury. Obviously, he's come back and he's now continuing to wrestle. And he's in TNA now. But it was his retirement match, and everybody just wanted to be on the show. So they just booked nuts. They booked everybody. And it was, in my opinion, it was awful. Because it was just an overloaded card.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, it was just bullshit. It was just too much.
Yeah.
You know, and we've talked about it before in this podcast where the you know, my view on indie shows is their main problem is that they put too much shit in, too many matches, too many false finishes, too many spots, matches run too long, shows finishing at 10:30 at night on a Saturday, 10:45. I mean, that's just insane. Like at some point you've got to look and say, what the hell is wrong with you?
Simply put, less is more.
Yeah.
Less is more. Now, we've got a segment here. I thought we could sort of break it up in between here. I'm going to jump right now. I feel like a bit of trivia.
I feel like some trivia.
I feel
okay.
like a bit of trivia
right.
here. And we've been doing this for the last couple of podcasts, and we're into it once again. It is 80s trivia.
I swear to God, Will. I swear to God, if you're not impartial this time,
So-
I can't. This is going to be the third fucking time I've had to drink this thing.
Yes. So Jose's lost the last couple of times. The loser must drink some Rana Lee. I don't even know if the next initial on here is Lee, but anyway, Rana Lee hot sauce. That's expired, that we randomly got from a shop. Like I've said a couple of times, if anyone's got any hot sauce they've got at home or hot sauce they think, hey, you should definitely grab this because it'll be even hotter. Your ears and your bum will burn and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Feel free to suggest it to us and we'll get to it.
It's always the worst when you have spicy food. Like, it's horrible going down, but it's the next day that's awful. I had jalapeno poppers. Jalapeno poppers, right? A few years ago, I was like, oh, yeah, this is not too bad. And then I said to my ex at the time, I said, you fucking wait. Tomorrow morning is when the punishment comes, not now. And she's like, oh, yeah, these aren't that bad. And then the next morning, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like rain, fire coming down. And then my stomach was like, it sounded like a dying whale for the next 8 hours after I woke up. Yeah, it was awful. It was brutal.
All right.
All right. So
Who's going first?
Let's hit it. You can go first.
All right. Which Swedish rock band sang The Final Countdown?
Europe.
Yes, that is correct. Woo. Off to a good start. Your turn.
Which group was stripped of their 1980 Grammy for the best new artist when it was revealed they were miming?
Oh, God.
It's a tough one. I don't know the answer to this.
Divinals?
Milli Vanilli. So lip syncing. Is it lip syncing, right? Is that what miming is lip syncing?
Yeah, that'd be lip syncing. Okay. Which band asked people to walk like an Egyptian?
I know this song. Hey,
Walk like an Egyptian.
is it the Bangles?
Yes.
Finally, yes.
It's looking good so
Yes.
far for you. Oh, God. Next one.
All right. Who is the lead singer of the band Blondie? Come on.
Oh, no.
Take a sec.
Blondie.
Do you know the answer? No.
No.
Debbie Harry.
No, I wouldn't have got that. Oh, it's not looking good. What nationality is the band Aha? I wouldn't expect you to get this. Ding, dong, ding.
Let's go Japanese.
Norwegian.
Norwegian. All
A
right.
little bit different, slightly different, I think.
Bob Geldof was a front man of which band?
Bob Geldof.
Oh, you don't know this one, do you?
Oh, God. No, it's in my head, but I can't think of it. No.
The Boomtown Rats.
Oh, okay. No, it's definitely that wasn't what I was.
Wasn't what
guessing.
you were thinking?
No.
All right. Easy.
Okay, which 80s singer is Never Gonna Give You Up? Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
I do know the song.
Yeah. Never Gonna Give You Up.
I actually have this song on my
Let you
playlist,
down.
but I can't think of the name.
Around, desert you.
It's definitely not the same guy that does Sledgehammer, right? It's not Huey Lewis, is it? No.
Up to you.
No idea.
Rick Astley.
That's right. Fuck's sake. All right.
So I need to get these two to tie it up, don't I? So
Which American artist had the biggest selling album of the 1980s? Now, that's a broad question.
Which American artist
Had the biggest selling album of the 1980s?
I'm going to go with Michael Jackson.
Bingo, one for Michael.
Woohoo!
Are you going to get this one?
Okay. Which rap band was blamed for the theft of thousands of Volkswagen badges from cars?
What the fuck? Which rap
Band
was blamed for the
theft
theft?
of thousands of Volkswagen badges from cars.
No idea.
The Beastie Boys.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really?
Yeah, it's fair enough.
All right,
And
you're gonna
last
get
one.
this one. You'll
And
get
this
this one.
is
This
to
is an easy one.
determine
This is bullshit. It's
Whether or not
rigged.
we both have to have chili.
Which song by the band Berlin was featured in the film Top Gun? Seriously?
Oh, in
Come
Top
on.
Gun, Berlin.
Top Gun, Berlin. Come on, you know it, right?
Um,
Will? Oh, no, Will doesn't know it. Do you know it?
No, I should know this.
You got it, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No! What is it?
Take My Breath Away by Berlin.
Ah, shoot.
I thought you were going to get that. I thought you were going to get that.
Okay.
Finally, it's time.
Time for me to drink some chili. Now, like I said, I can drink a bit of chili. I think I'm good at this, but we'll
It
see how we
doesn't
go.
really come out very easily, so you're going to have to drink it like a baby.
Like a baby's bottle. Fantastic.
Get a good mouthful. Okay, it's probably enough, or you can drink the whole thing if you're crazy. He's crazy.
Oh, wow. It's going to put hairs on your chest, so I'm going to let it sit for a bit. See what I feel.
I can smell it, eh?
Right down my throat. Down my throat. It's going around my mouth. Not so much to my ears. Oh, no, it's going to my... Yeah, okay. All right, I'm feeling it.
It's a bit, how's it going?
It's kind of like going through a car, like it's like a car driving around in my mouth. It's going on the right side. Yeah. I'm okay. Guys, anyone out there, guys, girls, whatever, please, if you've got any chili sauce out there that you think that we should get, let us know. Feel free to send
I think we can get some more dangerous food.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's it for that.
Cool. Yeah.
Right to it. Expectation. versus
Expectations versus reality.
Have you got one for me?
Well, I don't know if I should talk about it. Do you have any?
Oh, go for it. Just go for it.
Oh, God, this is not something I was hoping to share in the public forum.
Oh, please do.
Um,
This is what this show is all about. Gonna let it out there. Embarrassment gland is out.
oh, God. All right. So this could be too much information. Is Will still there? I can't see his head. Oh, he's still there. This could be too much information.
Okay.
It could be too much information. Are you sure we don't have anything?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, God, you're really going to make me say it, aren't
All
you?
right, fine. All right, cool. So there was one time that I thought I just had a good night with someone. This was before I, found my fiance and all that sort of stuff. Not found, met my fiance. Met my fiance. So, and basically I, just was chatting away with this one person and, we chatted on Tinder and all that sort of stuff, and then met up at backstage at a wrestling show. She invited me back to her house at 11:30 at night, all that sort of thing, and had a good night, if you know what I mean. Woke up the next day at the same place, and then went home, and several days later, I get a message, and this guy said, "Oh, look, I know you don't know this, but we're kind of together." I'm like,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
swear to God, man, I had no idea. Like, he's like, yeah, like, I know we're not really together, but yeah, and you might want to get yourself checked because she's got chlamydia.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, right, fantastic. So, here I am thinking really, really bad stuff here because, and I've got no idea what, how, what, why. Anyway, got checked, did have it. So I needed to get something to sort of get rid of that. Did that. it's gone, doesn't come back, blah, blah, blah. So that's absolutely great. But obviously, expectation, I first heard it, I was just like, oh my God, what the hell? Why? How could this happen? And all that sort of thing. I thought I was just having a great night. Wasn't expecting a great night with a side of, Chlamydia.
Jesus Christ.
Reality is, it's gone. And, actually what happens is your immune system to that grows. So you get more immune to it. So, look, like I've said from the start, embarrassment gland out of our bodies. I've just revealed something quite big there. So,
I got an STD test a couple of years ago. I had like a problem with wax in my ears, and I went to get something for that. And then I'd already had the blood test for the STD, and the same doctor was the one, and he forgot to give me the results. But I was about to leave. It was just very nonchalantly the way he told me, do you want your STD results? And so I'd gone in, I got it, and I was about to leave the room, and he's like, oh, did you want your STD results? And I was like, everything's fine, right? He's like, yeah, everything's fine. Okay, cool, see you, bye. That was it. Didn't even have to worry about anything. All good.
Oh, cool.
Just very nonchalantly. Oh, do you want your results here? Oh, by the way, you've got AIDS.
Yeah, well.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, Jesus Christ. Okay.
At least you didn't do it that way.
Yeah, no, but I've always been good. I've never had anything, which has been lucky.
Touch wood.
Considering the
is this wood?
The volume.
Is this wood? Yeah, well, sort of.
It might be wood.
Sort of,
all right, cool.
Sort of good luck there.
I think it's probably about time to wrap up with tonight's top 10 list.
Let's get right to it. Tonight's top 10 list, or today, either way.
So it's the top 10 things to do in an elevator.
Oh, elevator.
All right.
Elevator music. Let's get started. Number 1, sell Girl Scout cookies. I tell you what, if you're stuck in an elevator, and if I was someone with, cookies and stuff, and I wanted to, I was going to go up somewhere to make some, I'm like, I've got some customers right here. Fuck it. Why not?
It would be weird,
especially if you're stuck in there. You're going to get a bit hungry.
Cookies, but someone of our age and being a male selling cookies in an elevator would be weird.
Well, if I was dressed in a certain way, they'd think it's special cookies. Maybe.
Number 2, blow your nose and off to show the contents of your tissue to other passengers.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe to a doctor or something, but yeah, gross. Number 3, shave. Believe it or not, I've seen someone not shave, but brush their teeth going in an elevator.
Okay.
I don't know.
On the way to a business meeting or something?
I don't know.
Or a job
they're just
interview?
trying to multitask or something.
Number 4, stand silent and motionless in the corner facing the wall without getting off.
You know what? Sometimes I've been in an elevator where there's been so many people in there, and that sometimes you've got no choice. And that's the choice. Number 5, grimace painfully while smacking your forehead and muttering, "Shut up, all of you! Just shut up!" That's one way to get people away from you, isn't it?
Number 6, one word, flatulence.
Oh, yeah, we've been there.
Yeah, I've had someone do that to me at work. It was
and they blamed you.
No, So first of all, I've had a lot of the guys I work with will do that, and then they'll what's the word I'm looking for here? The phrase gaslight. They'll just blame it on me.
Oh yeah.
And they'll walk away and go, "Oh fuck's sake, Jose!" And I'm like, "Dude, it wasn't me." I had the same person do it to me like 4 times.
So do you feel like you're the kind of guy that looks like he's quite happy to deliver a fart?
No, but I think they just like doing it.
Okay.
Fair
enough. Next one, number 7, do Tai Chi exercises. Well, okay, I mean, if you got the room, I guess. But, probably not the place for that. Yep, go on.
Number 8, greet everyone on the elevator with a warm handshake and ask them to call you Admiral. It's a little weird.
I'll see you do that. Number 9, show other passengers your wound. Ask them if it looks infected. I can probably show my scar here because it's quite a...
You could be like, dude, does this look infected to you? Number 10, lean against the button panel.
Oh, we've been there. I've pressed all the buttons before.
I did it, and then someone else came into the elevator, and they knew that I was the one that pressed it, and that was pretty awkward.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Cool, that's it for our top 10 list of things to do in an elevator. And that's it for today.
All right,
as well.
that's it.
So I'm Draker. This is Jose, and thank you for listening to the Throwback Lounge. Don't forget to follow us on our social media, so at the Throwback Lounge for Instagram and Twitter. And we've also got, not Twitter, sorry, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah,
rather.
and don't forget to follow us on Rumble and also YouTube as well.
And, if you got any ideas whatsoever for sort of chili to have on the show? Or would you like to sort of ask us a question? Please send it through. Would love to have it. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and till next time.